This is how we do it.
All right, well, I mean, that's great to hear. And just talking about the monetization, like for being indie, yeah, obviously you're out there by yourself and you get to control your own destiny, but you got to monetize because at the end of the day, you don't have, Papa giving you money to go do what you're doing. So, Anthony, with Playwire, you guys are about monetization of content and about video and how to get the hustle on online. So if you could talk about that, maybe give some specifics about how the money flows for indies as opposed to, majors.
Absolutely, man. I think there's a lot of questions, especially on the audience after the Disruptor panel yesterday. I think a lot of people are kind of like, what's going on in this space? And, with album sales went from physical to digital, and all of a sudden I can go direct to my fan base, right? So now with digital starting to decrease, you're starting to see the increase in revenues from access models, or what is really known as selling your audience to advertisers, right? That's how Spotify makes money. That's how Pandora makes money. And that's valuable, right? That your fan, the relationship you have with your fan is valuable. So what we're trying to do is make that connection easier for artists, as well as more valuable, right? Trying to cut out some of the middlemen, trying to open up new opportunities for distribution. You talked about going directly to the websites, right? And that's kind of what our model is, right? You load your content to our platform, we help syndicate it out to different websites for you, and all of a sudden you have a very large audience base that maybe wouldn't have come to your Facebook page or wouldn't have come to your YouTube page without that voice saying, listen to me, listen to this is important for you to understand. So for us, it's how can we make them more money? How can we make artists digital streaming profitable for them? And for us, it's not having a ton of overhead. We don't have a ton of user-generated content on our platform.
But let me ask you though, for 1 million views, 5 million views, 10 million views, how much money can an artist see?
Of course.
How big do you have to get to those points? So advertising, how do you bring in advertising dollars against that?
Yeah, so getting the views is obviously having that voice or that distribution network to help drive that for you. If you're just putting it on your website and not promoting it on your social or not trying to have a PR push behind it, it's unlikely that anybody's even going to hear it. And as I'm sure you guys heard from the Disruptor panel yesterday, there is different rates based off of location and also based on device. But if we're talking United States desktop traffic, you're going to see between a $7 and $10 CPM or earnings per 1,000 views, right? So you amplify that times 1 million views, you're looking between 7 and 10 grand. And now all of a sudden, you're starting to see these micro pennies or these royalty statements where artists are getting paid. What did the Vivo guy say yesterday? Like less than a penny or something, or Spotify rather. You're starting to see, man, how can I create a sustainable business for myself? I'm a small business trying to grow to a medium-sized business, but the main product that I'm producing isn't selling, and people are accessing it for either free or for sub pennies on the dollar. Right? So for us, it's desktop is great, 7 to 10 grand in the U.S. is great. But I think the real potential is in mobile. And I think that was very clear in most of the panels today that the growth is in mobile. 65% of Facebook's video views right now is from mobile, right? So when you start talking about mobile CPMs, it almost doubles, right? You're talking $14 to $17 per 1,000 views. So tons of earning potential, but you just got to make sure that you have the right content strategy, staying consistent with your releases, and you're actively engaging your fan base. And if you can do those, it's possible to be profitable in this.
Yeah! This is how we do it.